Hello, welcome to today's stream where we'll be taking a look at a quick look at the sell side report from Take-Two, or from Deutsche Bank about Take-Two Interactive, specifically about the games pipeline that Take-Two has in the works. As we see here, Take-Two, 8 billion of bookings. All right, bookings aren't revenue because you have to recognize revenue, which isn't necessarily connected to the payment of cash. But however, 8 billion is a very large number. And of course, with the speculation about when GTA 6 is coming, and a couple of the other franchise, mainly, yeah, when GTA 6 is coming. And if Take-Two is predicting 8 billion in bookings when historically bookings are like 5 billion now. Definitely some seasonality to bookings. Which does beg the question then, how realistic is that bookings number? Excuse me, Barclays. Barclays has to write though. We're mainly looking at this figure 4, where they identify 11 franchises. They're due for title release, but again, to the point, a relatively consistent theme from this channel and these quick looks is that being attuned to public markets is an indication or is a way to glean a more informed insight into necessarily a games pipeline, but more broadly to why a business or a company is pricing something the way they are, or doing a different policy change. And so certainly when it comes to a consumer-facing company like Take-Two, that is certainly certainly a tangible application. So as we see here, right, Take-Two only with 3.5 billion in bookings on average, right? Very different from the 8 billion number in a year and a half, 2 years. Now Barclays is pretty positive on them being able to do so. Of course, Take-Two has a number of popular franchises, whether in-house like GTA, Red Dead Redemption, it's probably the biggest ones, and then there's a good amount of more licensed deals like NBA 2K. As we see here, here's a nice graphic about bookings numbers. Right, naturally you see bookings jump when there's new releases. Right, GTA 5, a big year, but right, that momentum doesn't naturally carry forward, right? But however, the interesting thing in the Take-Two call from Strauss Zelnick was that they expect certainly improve a good bookings number, but then also to maintain that bookings number, or relatively, or to not have the same amount of regression, which is interesting for that level of confidence. Of course, they're not being super super explicit per se about when game titles being released. Of course, maybe part of that is because of the studios, right? Because studios have that autonomy. I think it's interesting to see how you can categorize game releases from immersive core, independent, mobile, mid-core. Interesting way to put it. But this table is only the meat and guts of that's not what this quick video is all about today. So as we see here, GTA, BioShock, Max Payne, Mafia, Civilization, XCOM, to be announced title, non-simulation NFL game, Judas, Outer Worlds, Lord of the Rings, Borderlands, Red Dead, Star Wars, Kerbal Space, LA Noire, Carnival Games, Midnight Club. And so their point, they think 9 of these titles can release core titles in 25, 26, including GTA, Bioshock, Max Payne, Civilization, and Judas. So if any of the games that you like aren't identified, of course, at the end of the day, this is just a sell-side analyst, right? But certainly that provides some color. Certainly, this table, time since last release, is an interesting one to look at. 10 years. It's not puts in context for certainly how long it has been. 10 years, 10 years. Yeah, 10 years in Los Bioshocks a bit surprising with yeah, certainly Bioshock feels like a game that's a bit newer. Civ 7 years, XCOM 7 years. So and certainly, and no, the point of this video wasn't necessarily that whether a new GTA is coming is certainly a question up for debate because it's not for sure everybody expects it or no, it's in the horizon in the next 2 or 3 years. But certainly the context of the earnings call and discussion grounds that GTA 6 to make the leap from 5.5 billion needs to contribute 1.8 billion, which is really massive. If you go to like Embracer Group, which I made a video on earlier, right, you can compare their sales numbers, and so functionally, GTA will like one title will generate or projected to generate the bookings of Embracer Group's entire game portfolio of like hundreds of almost, yeah, like certainly high double digit number of studios. Of course, yeah, to the point where like if you have a high top line, right, your pipeline's kind of reset. Now you're going to see some deceleration the next year. Zynga deal, bit painful in retrospect. But what can you do? It's gotta keep on moving forward. But it's definitely painful transaction. Follow that dilution. DLC Pathline. At the very least, I'd say also it's interesting, correct? Because we hear about a game or game publisher. You have one vision in mind. It's always interesting to see how like a financial analyst would look at the operation of a company, right? The product costs, software costs, and royalties, internal royalties to different studios, licenses. Interesting how license expenses have increased drastically, as presumably Take-Two is. And it looks like Take-Two is delving more into licensed games with maybe Star Wars titles, 2K. R&D, sales and marketing, general administrative, SG&A, depreciation. So of course in there you have some like your standard financial mumbo jumbo, like depreciation, amortization, but then right, product costs, software dev costs, internal royalties, licenses. Interesting way to contextualize how to analyze revenue, right? Full game downloads, recurrent consumer spend, digital packaged goods, right? Where do your microtransactions fit into that pie? good old valuation stuff, income statement. Uh, so and that's the sell side report. There's a lot of details that I didn't get into, but the big takeaway certainly is right. It's always helpful to have a graphic that can help contextualize everything. At the same time, uh, GTA 6 is certainly on the window or on the horizon, and it's most likely going to be a a massive title. Because certainly, if Take-Two is projecting 8 billion, it's hard to see what other games can help them get to that bookings number. So yeah, we shall see. But again, right, as a very least more gaming centric perspective is that GTA 6 is definitely on the way. As a more broadly, so to the degree to which financial information can be used to provide greater context for your interacting with companies, then is it publicly available? And you should definitely do it. So thank you for watching. This is definitely a quicker video, but that's the general vibe of a sell side report, right? It's a lot of information. Generally, if you're probably going to be looking at a couple sell side reports at the same time for the same company, right? So you want to identify what's similar in the perspective, what's different, get through it, maybe see how other people in the model what they break it down to, you know, and it's all knowledge is cumulative, uh, and so with that, certainly thank you for watching, uh, and let me know if you have any thoughts about GTA 6 or any of the titles in the pipeline. Maybe do you think this analyst was wrong in his estimation? Did he leave anything out? Do you disagree with with core immersive versus non-core uh, titles for mobile? Let me know in the comments. Or I suppose it is a bit hard to argue against something being mobile or not, but so be it. But hey, thanks for watching, and catch you in the next one.